Now it's time for X30 senior action once again. It's Heat 13. Groups A versus B. Let's take you through the starting grid. Hugo Martiniello and Sambalota will be on the front row. Row 2, Patrice Kowalski and Alessandro Turisca on row 2. Henki Kalteren and Simon Lecroix round out row 3 with Angelo Meli, Tyrone Kinard, Raphael Dow and Connor Grant from Ireland completing the top 10. Delano Vellens, Julian Kamen, Sam van der Heyden, Laurits Saxe, Gilles Vremans, Mika Vos, Rima Blanc, Nick Ho, Quentin Dapoigny and Reece Newburn complete the top 20 positions. Alexis Constant, Jack Nettleship, Luca Montebello, Thomas Van Vliet, Luca Desgrange, Ayrton Berg, Matteo van der Kerkhoven, Christopher Bingham, Jens Bussart, Max Storm, Ellie Dax, Lindsay Ross, Emilio Van Offerberger, Maxime Van Schenwinkel, Bo Heymans and Rosanne Den Driver round out the 36 strong grid. After this, we've got 2 more qualifying heats to bring us towards what is going to be 2 epic finals per class. We've got X30 Junior will have the A final first and then the B final after that. And after the next 2 races, once everything's been confirmed, we've crossed the T's, dotted the I's. The top 36 senior drivers in terms of X30 will be decided. And then we will have another 36 drivers in the B final and then 36 drivers that we'll have to say à la prochaine to. But we still have drying conditions here at the circuit. The drivers now will be primed. A lot of them will have decided, well, hang on, what we saw in the last X30 junior race, well, we're going to go on slicks. And I bet you everything that I think pretty much everyone would have made that choice here, Seymour. But we are set, primed and ready. 3 more races to take us through to the finals today. We've had a total so far, after these next 3 races are completed, 21 qualifying heats, and then we'll have the 2 finals for the respective classes. We'll then go on to the other categories that will be with us for tomorrow's action to conclude what has been so far a dramatic and exciting opening round out of 5 for the 2024 Yame Series Benelux season here at Captain Dauphin in Mariembourg. So the drivers make their way through the Piff-Paff chicane on the start-finish straight, which they will literally take at full throttle. The red lights are ignited on the starting gantry. They split, head into the tram lines. Revs rise, they accelerate, lights are on, lights are out, we're underway. And it just goes to show again, turning in, despite the fact that track is evolving, there's a bigger dry line than we've seen all day long, and everyone's trying to get through so far. Through turn 2, it's 2-3 wide towards the bottom part of the top 10. But I think it might be the case. Oh, one's up into the air and grass cutting. That is the 275 Jack Nettleship. And also the 325 has just gone off the circuit, I believe. It might have been the, Dapoigny from France. Nettleship was airborne like Knight Rider there, Simon.
Un départ mouvementé dans le milieu du peloton avec notamment Jack Nettleship qui a décollé là sur une roue arrière d'un adversaire et qui s'est retrouvé dans l'herbe un peu plus loin. C'est évidemment pas le début escompté pour ce pilote, et dans l'aventure un autre pilote a été impliqué. C'est Quentin Dapoigny qui a été lui aussi victime d'un petit accrochage, alors que devant ça attaque déjà très très fort. Henki Kalteren qui a pris les commandes de cette course dans des conditions beaucoup plus sèches que ce qu'on a connu depuis le début de journée. Tout le monde a opté pour le choix de pneus slick dans cette manche qualificative. Henki Kalteren qui met donc maintenant la danse devant Sambalota et Hugo Martiniello. Non, même pas, c'est Alessandro Turisca là qui est passé en 3e position. Hugo Martiniello est même passé à la 4e place.
Big news, Matteo van der Kerkhoven down to 33rd position. I did say sometimes you end up having lady luck on your side, sometimes you don't. Matteo van der Kerkhoven, heat winner earlier on this weekend, is all the way down into 33rd position. So it's Henki Kalteren looking for another win again. Ballotta's had a win already this weekend. Martiniello, I think, already has done. We've had 12 heats in total of 15 for the seniors. It's been a busy weekend as always with a capacity grid of 108 drivers. But Caltron leads by over a second. Tudiska closing in on Ballotta. Now remember, they did battle away for a heat win earlier on today, and Tudiska was top of the pops. However, Ballotta has been very, very much on good form this weekend. But what happened there? Oh, right, now that was the 243 of Martiniello going a bit wide, coming out of turn 3. I think also the same could be said for Tudiska in third place. Something wasn't quite right there through turn 2. Not too sure what it was, but there wasn't anything that we could actually see.
Oui, il y a eu là quelques petits écarts hein, pour certains pilotes. Alessandro Tudiska notamment qui est parti un peu trop large à la sortie du virage numéro 3 et il s'est fait passer par Patrice Kowalski alors qu'on se dirigeait vers un duel entre Alessandro Tudiska justement et Sam Ballotta pour la deuxième position. Là c'est aussi très serré, c'est Ugo Martiniello là qui perd pas mal de positions puisqu'on a en 5e place désormais Raphaël attaqué par Loritz Sachs il me semble, ouais, et il est passé d'ailleurs le pilote danois à cet endroit et Raphaël Do qui s'est fait légèrement pousser là à l'extérieur par un autre pilote, c'est Mika Voss qui est revenu là en 7e position. Oh que c'est dur pour Ugo Martiniello qui a perdu de nombreuses positions sur l'espace d'un demi-tour seulement.
Yeah, that pretty much puts him towards, I think, 8th place. But this is going to be very, very interesting to see. Ah, right, I saw a kart there. Simon Lacroix is out. I saw the kart. I thought I saw an RSD kart livery. It was coming through into Chemin de Fer. Simon Lacroix has a disaster right before the main final event of the weekend for X30 Senior. Lacroix has been there or thereabouts. Nettleship was out after that kart being launched skyward on the TB kart, and then Lacroix gets a technical DNF, but in the meantime this is the move for the race lead, up the inside through turn 3. Sam Ballotta gets through on Henki Kalteren.
Oui, Sam Ballotta qui en début de course avait dû laisser partir quelque peu Henki Kalteren, mais qui depuis quelques minutes est en train de reprendre du poil de la bête. Et il le confirme en prenant d'ailleurs le leadership de cette manche qualificative. Ah, Sam Ballotta qu'on a eu à l'interview tout à l'heure et qui est déterminé ce week-end à s'imposer, ça c'est sûr et certain. Lui qui a déjà plusieurs titres de vice-champion à son actif cette année en l'absence d'Eli Goldstein, il veut certainement, très certainement aller décrocher le titre et après avoir été dominateur dans ses manches qualificatives dans des conditions pluvieuses, et bien là sur le sec il confirme aussi qu'il a le rythme ce week-end. C'est de bon augure pour lui pour la finale de tout à l'heure. Henki Kalteren en 2e position qui va tenter de s'accrocher aux roues du nouveau leader, et ces deux pilotes là, eh bien, ils ont déjà une sacrée avance sur les poursuivants. Loritz Sachs est à 6 secondes, il est passé en 3e position devant Patrice Kowalski et Mika Voss qui occupe désormais la 5e place devant Alessandro Tudiska.
Yeah, as Simon rightly said, Ballotta is very much in the zone, wants to dominate proceedings, and having come so close last year at the final round in late September of 2023, finishing second best to Eli Goldstein, you can see that he's very much motivated. Move up the inside on one of the TD karts, the team run by Thierry Del Rey, a known quantity in the Benelux region and also a little bit further afield, but that was one of the Falcon Racing drivers that got through as they come out of, so that was the 244, I believe, I think it was. Not Kowalski, I think it might have been Kowalski. But the thing is, in these drier conditions, as I said, once we got the idea of how these conditions were going to play out here, Seymour, it was more of a case of seeing who's going to be a master of all. At this moment, it's Sam Ballotta, head and shoulders above there, but Henki Kalteren isn't that far behind, let's say.
Oui, Enki Calteron qui parvient à rester plus ou moins accroché à Sambalota pour l'instant. On a vu il y a quelques instants Patrice Kowalewski se faire subtiliser la 5e place par Alessandro Tudiska. Patrice Kowalewski qui a vu passer devant lui également un certain Mika Voss qui lui affiche aussi un très très beau rythme jusqu'à présent. Le meilleur tour en course est pour l'instant détenu par Sambalota qui réalise la manche qualificative à nouveau une fois parfaite. Puisqu'il s'est déjà imposé à plusieurs reprises sous la pluie ce matin et en début d'après-midi. Donc un samedi de très très bon augure pour le pilote anversois. Alors c'est pas encore terminé hein, pour la 3e place. On avait Loritz Sachs qui était passé momentanément à la 3e position, mais il s'est fait attaquer par Mika Voss qui est passé devant lui, mais le pilote danois n'a pas dit son dernier mot. Mais le pilote danois doit aussi se méfier d'Alessandro Tudiska qui est revenu dans ses échappements. Et Alessandro Tudiska, on peut le voir, hein, l'arrière, son échappement, là, il est tout tordu. Donc Alessandro Tudiska, à mon avis, ça a touché derrière, peut-être lors du départ.
Yeah, so the big thing here is Alessandro Tudiska. There's a bit of a side-by-side between Hugo Martiniello and the 2:44 of Patrice Kowalski. Who at this point I think might still be the leading rookie. After that is Tihon Kinal in the number 2:66. But at the moment, Sambalota and Henki Caltrin last time round were 0.4 of a second apart. And here's the train being led by Mika Voss. And then it's Loritz Sachs for the Falcon Racing team. Tudiska in 5th. Rafael Dahl not too far behind either in the 2:21, rounding out the top 6. And it's Julian Cameron, Patrice Kowalski as up the inside through at turn number 3. Attempts to go Tudiska on Saxa, but was unable to complete the move and compromise himself out of turn 3 into turn 4, but manages to stay ahead of Rafael Dahl for the moment.
Loritz Sachs qui est maintenant sous la pression d'Alessandro Tudiska qui a essayé de passer devant le pilote danois, mais finalement son attaque n'a pas été assez incisive que pour passer au virage numéro 3. Loritz Sachs qui va maintenant tenter de fermer un maximum les portes. Plus que quelques secondes au temps réglementaire, il faudra ajouter 2 tours. Je pense qu'on est dans les 2 derniers tours justement. Ça va être très long hein, pour le pilote danois pour tenter de résister et de conserver cette 4e position. Derrière, c'est Rafael Dahl qui s'est fait dépasser par Julian Kamen qui est revenu là dans le top 6. Julian Kamen qui démarrait depuis la 12e position sur la grille de départ, et il pourrait, ce pilote, eh bien, encore gagner l'une ou l'autre position puisqu'il est juste derrière Alessandro Tudiska, juste derrière aussi Loritz Sachs.
So the timer counts down, we hit 0, and there we go, another move up the inside. That was coming up the inside of Tudiska, and that allowed the 2-2-1 of Rafael Dahl to get through. But it's going to be the last lap board being shown very shortly to the pairing of Sambalota and Henki Calteren. Belgium versus the Netherlands. It sounds like the FIFA European, the Euros. When it comes to a football match. But look at that move up the inside of the final corner by Rafael Dahl as Henki Calteren's got back the lead going on to the final lap ahead of Sambalota. So they head out of turn 3 for the final time. Balota's going to throw everything, I'm sure, as we've got a yellow flag. Someone was running a little bit slowly. There's a cart on the infield. That's heading into Chemin de Fer off of turn number 5. But there are the 2 leaders, I believe. Henki Calteren still leading the way onto the final lap. It really has been a case of who would come out on top. Would it be Calteren? Would it be Balota? They have been the 2 tour de forces all the way through today's racing. And now Balota is sensing a bit of blood in the water. Calteren looks over the right shoulder to defend sternly through the final corner. What's the response from Balota? He looked for the move, get the launch, get the traction. Is it going to be enough? It could be a photo finish. Where is Balota going to place the cart to the outside? But it's Calteren. Calteren by 32 thousandths of a second for Heat 13, A versus B. And that is exactly what you want to see after a race. Sportsmanship, 32 thousandths between them. Then it's Miko Voss who rounds out the top 3 ahead of Lorit Saxa on the 3:02. Julien Kamen taking 5th place ahead of Alessandro Tudisca in 6th. But a great photo finish. Caltron and Balota shake hands on the cool-down lap here at Karting des Fans in Mariembourg for what will be their last time out on track. So Caltron takes the win. Balota 2nd. Mika Voss, Lorit Saxa, Julien Kamen, Alessandro Tudisca. Patrice Kowalski becomes the top-placed rookie, 7th, ahead of Bo Heimans. Martiniello in 9th, ahead of Gilles Remons, running out the top 10. Sam van der Heijden, the 2nd-placed highest rookie, just ahead of Reese Newman. Jens Biosa up from 29th to finish 13th, and also took the fastest lap of the race. First time today we've seen under 60 seconds of a fastest lap here at Mariembourg. Connor Grant, Nick Ho, Delano Valens, Christopher Bingham, Luca Montebello, Emilio Van Offerberger, Angelo Melli down in 20th, ahead of Riemer Blanc, Ayrton Berg, Thomas Van Vliet, Max Storm, Maxim Van Schoenwinkel rounds out the top 25. I think it might have been Rafael Dow that might have been off the circuit when we saw the yellow flags, as Ellie Dax crosses the line in 27th. Rafael Dow crosses the line in 27th, ahead of a disappointing race for Matteo van der Kerkhofer in 28th, Tyrone Quinard and Alexis Constant. Constant did not move up through the order like we saw in the previous races. Rounds out the top 30 ahead of Luca Desgrange, Rosanne Dendriver and Rinsevos rounding out the 33 that finished. The bottom 3 ending up a lap down off the leaders. Dapoigny off on out on lap 6, Lacroix on lap 1, and Nettleship out by turn 3.